Is that a bear or Godzilla? The creature looks like it's towering over this home.
Whoa, his name is Knickers.
He is 6 feet, 4 inches tall and weighs almost 3,000 pounds.
What if nature hit the oversize button? Without warning, without reason.
He's now officially the biggest in the world. His mom holds the 2010 Guinness World Record title.
From a cow too big for slaughterhouses to a rabbit that needed his own seat on a flight to a goldfish the size of a carp.
When released into a Great Lake, a goldfish can imperil the fragile ecosystem of the largest freshwater system in the world.
These creatures didn't just grow, they exploded past science's limits. Number 15, the cow that outgrew barns. Meet Knickers, the Australian steer so massive he couldn't be processed at the local abattoir. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing nearly 3,080 pounds, Knickers towers over the rest of the herd like a dinosaur in a petting zoo. Farmers in Mia Loop, Western Australia, first noticed Knickers standing out. Not just because of his black and white Holstein frame, but because he looked like a cow from a sci-fi movie. What's wild is that Knickers isn't even a freak of a rare breed. Holsteins are already large, but this one just kept growing and growing. Experts were baffled. He wasn't given growth hormones. He wasn't part of a genetic experiment. Some theorized he might have a rare pituitary condition called gigantism, but no official diagnosis was ever released. Number 14. The catfish that looks like a sea monster. In the muddy waters of northern Thailand's Mekong River, fishermen hauled in a creature so colossal it looked like something out of a prehistoric nightmare. It was a Mekong giant catfish, measuring nearly 9 feet in length and weighing over 646 pounds. That's heavier than a grand piano. Scientists confirmed it was the largest freshwater fish ever recorded, and what's more disturbing is that it wasn't even fully grown. Locals have legends of river spirits and ghost fish that swallow men whole. And when this catfish surfaced, those tales didn't sound so far-fetched. Biologists can't explain how some specimens in this region are reaching sizes that were once thought biologically impossible. Some blame dam projects for concentrating fish in certain areas, while others whisper about agricultural runoff creating hypergrowth zones by accident. Number 13. The crocodile that could stop a bulldozer. In the dense marshlands of Bunawan, Philippines, villagers spotted something in the water that looked more like a floating log, until it moved. What they captured in 2011 stunned the world. A saltwater crocodile named Lolong, stretching over 20 feet long and weighing more than 2,370 pounds. He was officially declared the largest crocodile ever caught alive. But here's what made scientists uneasy. Lolong wasn't just big, he was too big. Crocodiles are known to grow continuously, but this level of growth at his age was unprecedented. He'd been living undetected near human settlements for years, allegedly devouring water buffalo, and possibly even humans. Some researchers believed he thrived off an unusually rich diet, while others questioned whether certain environmental stressors triggered genetic anomalies. A few fringe theories even suggested a prehistoric throwback, an atavistic trait pulling ancient genetics to the surface. Number 12. The stingray with wings like a car hood. In the deep bends of Cambodia's Mekong River, local fishermen caught something that didn't just bend their nets, it rewrote records. A female freshwater stingray stretching 13 feet across and weighing more than 660 pounds emerged from the murky depths. Her sheer size eclipsed anything biologists had ever documented in river systems. What's strange is that this species, Urogymnus polylepis, isn't supposed to reach such extremes in the wild. Even more puzzling, this ray showed no signs of age-related slowing. It wasn't just big, it was thriving. Some experts suggest this kind of growth might be triggered by environmental anomalies, nutrient-rich zones, or shifts in sediment chemistry. Others whisper about a river effect, where deep oxygen-rich pockets act as evolutionary accelerators. Number 11. the crab that can crack skulls. On the remote shores of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, a crustacean quietly claims the title of land's largest arthropod. And it's not just big, it's terrifying. The coconut crab, also known as the robber crab, can grow up to 3 feet wide and weigh over 9 pounds. But it's not the size alone that shocks scientists, it's the strength. These crabs can crack open coconuts with their claws, which exert a force of up to 740 pounds, stronger than most human jaws. One specimen in the Chagos archipelago was caught dragging a full-sized garbage bin across a beach, confirming local tales that these creatures steal anything. Biologists are still unsure why these crabs grow so large. Some believe it's due to island gigantism, an evolutionary phenomenon where species isolated on islands grow abnormally big due to fewer predators. But recent genetic scans revealed an oddity: enhanced growth hormone activity that scientists can't yet explain. Number 10. The rabbit that airlines couldn't handle. In the UK, a rabbit named Darius grew so large he needed his own seat on flights. And that's not an exaggeration. Measuring over 4 feet long and weighing nearly 50 pounds, Darius wasn't your average bunny. He belonged to the continental giant breed, already known for their size. But even among them, Darius was a monster. What's wild is that his size didn't stop with him. His offspring started growing even larger. That's when scientists got curious. Was this just superior breeding? Or was something genetic happening that they hadn't accounted for? Some theorized a unique mutation in the IGF-1 gene, responsible for growth regulation, may have triggered a runaway effect in this rabbit lineage. But here's the kicker. When flown across countries for appearances, airlines had to make special accommodations for his crate. It simply wouldn't fit through normal cargo hatches. His diet? Over 3,000 carrots a year. Number 9. The goldfish that took over a lake. In the peaceful ponds and lakes of North America, a silent invasion is underway, led by none other than the common goldfish. But these aren't the tiny, glittering pets you'd find in a child's bowl. In Alberta, Canada, goldfish released into the wild have grown to the size of dinner plates, some measuring over 16 inches and weighing more than 4 pounds. One fisherman even mistook one for a koi carp due to its massive bulk. But here's the real twist. Scientists discovered that in wild environments, goldfish not only grow larger but become more aggressive and capable of altering entire ecosystems. They stir up sediment, uproot native plants, and outcompete local species. Researchers have no concrete explanation for why their growth rate accelerates in the wild. Number 8. The frog that outweighs a Chihuahua. Deep in the rainforests of Cameroon leaps a creature that looks more like a toddler in a frog costume than an actual amphibian. Meet the Goliath frog, the largest frog on Earth. This monster can grow over 3 feet when fully stretched and weigh more than 7 pounds, making it heavier than a Chihuahua. But here's the most jaw-dropping part. Scientists recently discovered that these frogs build complex nests of stones to protect their tadpoles, something never seen before in frogs. It's as if their size has come with unexpected intelligence. Despite their enormous proportions, Goliath frogs don't croak, and biologists still can't explain how they evolved to such extremes in size and behavior. Some suspect the lush, predator-sparse environment allowed them to grow unchecked. Others wonder whether they're an ancient relic, unchanged since the time of dinosaurs. Number 7. The squid that dwarfed a fishing boat. Off the icy coast of Antarctica, a trawler crew made a discovery that looked like it belonged in a horror film. A colossal squid, nearly 45 feet long, with eyes the size of dinner plates and tentacles lined with rotating hooks. This wasn't a giant squid, it was rarer. Mesonychoteuthis hamiltoni, the elusive colossal squid. What shocked scientists wasn't just its size, it was the weight. At over 1,000 pounds, it was denser and heavier than any squid ever caught. The discovery forced marine biologists to revisit everything they thought they knew about deep-sea life. How do creatures grow this massive in the dark, cold, high-pressure abyss where food is scarce? Some speculate that colossal squids are slow-growing, deep-living relics of an ancient ocean ecosystem. Others think something is shifting in the polar food chain, possibly due to warming currents. Number 6. The moose that towered like a giraffe. In the snowy wilderness of Alaska, a hiker captured footage of a moose so massive it looked digitally altered. But it wasn't. Standing over 10 feet at the shoulder and estimated to weigh nearly 2,000 pounds, this beast dwarfed cars, fences, and even the trees around it. Biologists were stunned. Moose typically don't reach these proportions. While Alaska is home to some of the largest subspecies, this individual defied all known growth records. There were no signs of obesity or abnormal health, just raw, natural size. Some experts suggest that climate shifts are creating richer feeding grounds with longer growing seasons. Others suspect it may be the result of a rare genetic throwback or a mutation that unlocked extended growth periods. Strangely, sightings of oversized moose are becoming more frequent, especially near regions untouched by human development. Number 5. The great white shark that keeps growing. Somewhere off the North Atlantic, researchers tracking great white sharks made a chilling observation. One tagged female shark, nicknamed Deep Blue 2, appeared to be over 20 feet long and still growing. That's longer than most pickup trucks. Estimated to be more than 70 years old, this shark breaks all known growth plateaus for the species. Typically, great whites stop growing around age 50, but this one defied the rulebook. Even more bizarre, its body mass increased significantly without any apparent health issues, suggesting not just size, but extreme longevity. Some scientists believe ocean warming may be extending hunting seasons, allowing sharks to feed more often and grow faster. Others are now questioning whether certain apex predators are evolving to outpace changing prey dynamics. Number 4. The toad that kept growing in captivity. In a small private terrarium in South America, a cane toad named Gordo became a biological mystery. Unlike others of his species, Gordo didn't stop growing, ever. By his 3rd year in captivity, he had reached nearly 12 inches long and over 6 pounds in weight, making him heavier than most newborn babies. What puzzled scientists was that Gordo was not overfed, not exposed to hormones, and showed no signs of typical gigantism. Lab tests revealed something stranger. Gordo's growth hormones were functioning normally, but his cells weren't dying off at the usual rate. His body kept producing tissue without triggering the usual biological stop signs. Was this an anomaly or a glimpse into something new? Some researchers floated the idea that enclosed environments with low stress could be unlocking dormant traits. Others believe climate shifts may be silently changing growth parameters in amphibians. Number 3. The lobster that refused to die. Off the coast of Newfoundland, a fisherman pulled up a lobster so massive it barely fit in the crate. Weighing over 44 pounds and stretching more than 4 feet long, this crustacean was estimated to be around 140 years old. But here's the shocking part. Lobsters don't age like humans. They don't experience senescence, the gradual deterioration of cells, which means they don't grow old in the traditional sense. Instead, they just keep growing. Most lobsters die from disease or shell failure before reaching extreme sizes. But this one was different. Its shell was pristine, its reflexes sharp, and it showed no signs of slowing down. Some marine biologists speculate that under certain ocean conditions, stable temperatures, low predation, and rich mineral zones, lobsters could theoretically grow indefinitely. Number 2. The goat that reached the size of a small pony. In Pakistan's Sindh province, a goat named Simba made international headlines not for his wool or milk, but for his unbelievable size. At just over 1 year old, Simba stood nearly 4 feet tall and weighed over 300 pounds, twice the size of an average adult goat. What stunned livestock experts was that Simba wasn't part of a crossbreed or experimental program. He was a purebred Pakistani Komori goat, a breed known for beauty, not brawn. Local farmers fed him a standard diet with no reported hormone use or overfeeding, yet Simba's legs grew thick as fence posts, and his horns curved dramatically before he even reached full maturity. Veterinary exams revealed unusually rapid bone density growth and muscle mass development, but no underlying disease. Some researchers believe a spontaneous genetic mutation may have triggered extreme phenotypic expression, essentially, natural gigantism without pathology. Breeders are now watching closely. If Simba passes on this trait, could we be witnessing the rise of a new livestock giant? Number 1. The blue whale calf that was born double the normal size. In the remote waters off the coast of southern Chile, marine biologists observed something that made their jaws drop. A newborn blue whale calf already measuring over 35 feet long, nearly double the average size at birth. Blue whales are the largest animals to ever live, but calves are typically born around 23 feet. This one shattered expectations. Even more bizarrely, within a few months, it had outgrown documented juveniles by a staggering margin, growing at nearly triple the normal rate. Scientists rushed to collect samples, suspecting some kind of rare genetic mutation. But blood work came back clean, no signs of hormonal imbalance or illness. Make sure to click the cards on the screen now for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.